Hi everyone. Today I thought I'd show you a June garden tour. I hope you had a good litha a few days ago. So as you can see, my birdhouse gourds are doing pretty good. The vines are dying back, but that just means the gourds will be drying out pretty soon. So let's start over here. I've got my peppers and they're doing good. There's some peppers on there. There's a bell pepper getting red down in there. These are peanuts back in here. Strawberries over here. More peppers. Lots of peppers on this plant. You can see there's a banana pepper. Lots of peppers loaded down here. There's some of the same kind, but they're already getting red. There's some pepper plants that are finally on that one getting a little pepper. And then some flowers back there. Some of these are little zinnia seeds that I planted a while back. Some tomatoes. They're looking a little poorly, but they're producing and they're real tall. Then over here, I put a tomato sucker in the ground, or in that grow bag that used to have potatoes. I planted some Hale's Best cantaloupe in there, 3 seeds, and I'll thin that out once they get a little bigger to just 2. And then tomato, tomato, sweet potatoes, tomato, and tomato. Then over here's my watermelon. Here's another tomato. You can see some tomatoes on there, like that one right there. Some basil. There's a basil behind this plant too. It's kind of hard to see it. It's peeking out right there. Then if we go over here to my in-ground garden, I've got that sunflower in the corner. Those things climbing the fence are not cardinal climbers, they're cypress vines. Then I've got tomatoes along this fence, tomatoes, mostly tomatoes in here. Then in this green cage here is a pepper, and it's still real small because an animal chopped the top of it off, so it had to grow back. Then back there is my watermelon, some sunflowers, some little flowers on the sides of the trellis, on both sides of that arched trellis there. Then over here, we have my celery, which is not doing great in the heat, and my pumpkin, which actually has a pretty good sized pumpkin on it already, which is doing good. Over here we've got these 2 tomato plants, which I had to move them farther away from the fence because the deer reached through and ate the whole backside of the tomatoes off. My compost tumbler, I put up that metal grate there, but I didn't put it that direction enough, and so they ate the top of that back sunflower. But then I've got this one and the couple there that died. Then if we go, whoa, okay, bugs, sorry. Over into this garden bed, I'll kind of go through the tunnel and then circle around. So you can see my cucumber vines are really dying back, but I planted some more seeds down at the base. So you can see the little baby cucumbers coming up. And I did that on this side too. This is one of those things for like when you sit in a stadium, but I use it for my garden to make sitting down on the ground more comfortable. So you can see little ones coming up there too. And then you can see my loofahs. Like this one, it's starting to get yellow, which means it's starting to dry up. I've got a cucumber right next to it that I need to pick today. And then over here, some more big loofahs. And there's some more little loofahs up there. And then if we go back over here, this is where I had calendula on both sides, and I planted some beans seeds just before I started this video. So I planted some beans there, and the same kind over here, just bush beans. Took out the calendula because it's gotten too hot for it. So then here where these these are cucumbers here on this end, but I'm going to replace that with beans, some different pole beans. So you can see more coming up. And you can see, like, here's one that's coming up. It's looking a little thirsty. Although it watered all day yesterday, so it rained all day yesterday, I mean. And then got some more beans coming up here. You can see that one there has just been eaten. The leaves have just been eaten. And then this one here, and this one's just been eaten down to the stump. And this is a cypress vine and a cardinal climber. Both of those, the hummingbirds really love the flowers. And usually I'd have them up, all covering the fence and covered in flowers by this time of the year. But this year I just got them started late. And then that's the sunflower I'm going to replace one of the ones over there that I showed you that died. Then these are my tomato plants. There's some ripe ones or getting ripe on there. And I've got some different herbs, marigolds, jalapenos, and there's some zinnia seed I put in there, like that one. These are just some annual flowers I don't know the name of. I just bought them as starts. Tomatoes I started from seed. Then I have some zinnias, real pretty, another jalapeno, another couple jalapenos. And then over here is where all my dwarf tomatoes were, but they were they were dying back, and once I finally harvested the last ripe tomatoes, I pulled them out and I replaced there, and right over there and there was a plant there, but I didn't put anything back there. I'm gonna plant some flowers there. I planted some different dwarf tomato seeds. And then those are just some zinnias. This is my cantaloupe plant. I've harvested, let's see, 3 cantaloupes from it, with a 4th one that I took off because it rained a lot and it caused it to burst open and the bugs had gotten in it. But if you look down here, you can see there's one down there growing. So then if we kind of, oh, sorry, there was a bug on me. Then if we kind of backtrack back over here to my seeding area, you can see there's my mint and that cute owl planter I got for my birthday. These sunflowers, orange mint. This is just peppermint. This is orange mint. My dad wanted me to plant that for him. And then this and this are butterfly weed. You can see I took out when I harvested my potatoes, I took out the grow bags, and I'm gonna need to wash them out and put them in the garage. And then back there is my golden. Okay, sorry guys, I got interrupted by my sister calling me. That's my golden lemon thyme. Then over here, let me zoom back out. I've got sweet potatoes at the end here. This tomato plant in one of these things that like stores water at the bottom. You pour it in that tube and it stores water at the bottom. And it's not very, it's not very deep. So the tomato plant was like falling over. So I put a stake in, but because it's not deep, the stake doesn't have anywhere to really grab onto. So I tied it to the fence, but it's still kind of leaning over. And you can see this is I think it's called, Cherokee Purple. And you can see they've split real bad because of the rain, but they are getting ripe. Then we've got some more sweet potatoes on the end. And then this is a salsa tomato. I need to tie that branch up. And I've already harvested one of those. And I'll take you over to look at my rose in my garden and my citrus trees now. Okay, here's my lime tree. It's the newest citrus edition. It's in a big pot. And you can see my little succulent thing I have right there. And then this citrus tree I grew from seed that I got from, my friend got the seed from a fruit from her grandfather's tree. And it was in this bluish pot. And I tried putting rocks on top of the soil, on top of the pot, because it kept blowing over in the wind. But even with the rocks there, the tree would keep blowing over. So I just put it in a bigger pot. And it's much happier now, I think, and it hasn't blown over since. And then if I can get past it, it's a little hard with the pool here. We've got the rose area, so we've got that rose bush, which seems to be more of the kind that spreads out on the ground rather than stands up more straight like these. So we've got those two. We've got this one, which has pretty pink ones on it, but they're kind of dying back and they need to cut them off. Then we've got this little one, which has, not now, but it grows orange flowers. And then that one back there grows purple flowers. And then we've got this rose bush, real big, with the pretty pink flowers on it. Dark pink. And then this is my Meyer lemon tree. And you can see it's got lots of little lemons. And there and over there. There's some on the bottom of that one. There's one right there. Some over here. So they're just all over the place. So thank you for watching my garden tour. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Bye.